Everybody, this is Frilioth and welcome back to another Minecraft episode on the AlphaCraft server. Today, we've got a bit of work to do today. I started work the other day on stream for my new storage system back at my base, which is an adaptation of Tango's wonderful multi-chest storage system. But I've fiddled with it a little bit to make it quieter because Tango's original one clicked quite a lot, so I've made it silent. So we're going to go and do that later on today. I started it, as I say, on stream the other day, but I'll finish it off. I need to add, I've added an input chest and I've added an input slot for a shulker, but once you break the shulker falls into the system, which I don't want that to happen. I could easily stick a switch on there to stop that from happening, but I don't want to do that. I want to stick a some kind of comparator and auto thingamajiggy, whatever you call it, on. But anyway, we'll do that later. But I'm at Alpha by Water at the moment because Indy has asked for some blackstone. And I'm pretty sure, well, I know I've got some because I've just collected it. It's not a great deal. It's 3/4 of a shulker of it. So that's currently what I've got. It's just that it's not a great deal at all. I know some of the other outfits have donated a lot more than that. Now Indy's house is there. Indy's Alpha by Water house is there. I could quite easily go over there and just put it in a chest for him, but I'm not going to. We've got a monkey spanking fantastic alpha male system, so I'm going to use that. What's the point of having it if you're not going to use it? Right, so I need Indy's ticket. That's Indy's mail token. I do love these. I was so pleased with these. Look at that. Love it. Love it. And then I need to stick them in the mail out. So I'll stick my shulker in, stick my mail token in so we know where it's going. And off it goes. So Indy, there you go, mate. You've got a little bit of blackstone coming your way. Should be in your house very soon. I am now going to sleep. And then I'm going to head over to our base and crack on a little bit with the storage system. So here we are back at the base, back at Tatooine, which is still looking nothing like Tatooine, if I'm being honest. So I've got too much work to do here. Not sure whether I pointed this out to you. I think I did. But I've updated this side of the iron farm. So this side used to give out ingots and that side the same. But I've stuck in a crafting table setup now. So now it actually crafts. It now actually crafts iron blocks. So that's filling up with iron blocks now because I've just got too much iron. Can't sell it quick enough. We also had a problem with these guys, which if you've been watching the streams, I stream every week. Come and watch me. Twitch/TV/Frilioth. I had a problem with these dudes turning into zombies, and I was blaming stupid baby zombies. It turns out that dude down there, who was stood on slabs, zombie baby, he was able to reach them even when the piston was up. So it was this guy turning them into zombies, not stupid baby zombies. So anyway, I've moved the slab that was there. It's because of his reach. The reach in was it 121.4, 121.2 or something? Anyway, the reach of them increased. I forgot to take that into account when we updated the server. So consequently, he was able to reach those dudes. So I dropped him down to slab and is now okay. So hopefully you boys are safe. However, I did get some decent trades out of you, and was it you? You. Yeah, you. Look, it's crazy. Crazy trades. Don't know how long that's going to last, but I'll take it while I can. So what I did, it was last night actually, was I started putting in, and I made a complete pig's ear of it actually. I got myself all flustered and it was very late and I'm going to make up loads of excuses, but I bumbled my way through it just, and it was painful. So these are in sections. These storage systems are in sections. They're in 2 chests at a time. I'll just talk you through it. It's not going to be a tutorial, but I'll just talk you through it. So those 2 columns of chests there, that is one section. Those 2, another section. Those 2, another section. So you put your items in the input chest, and it goes around the system. I might be able to show you. I don't have free cam. I'm not going to use free cam. Don't tell me to get free cam. I'm not going to use it. So this goes in the system and then gets taken up this line of droppers here into the top. And then once it's up there, ow, I'm going to regret doing this because you guys aren't going to be able to see what the devil I'm talking about. So they come up here and they go around here, and the clock at the bottom of each section, as I say, there are going to be 1 section for every 2 columns of chests. The clock at the bottom ticks at about 4 ticks. Is it 4 ticks? Yeah, I think the repeater's on 4 ticks anyway, down the bottom, which I believe is 8 ticks because it's on and then off and then on and then off. So it's long enough anyway for the torches and the repeaters to turn on and off simultaneously. So when that repeater is on, this torch is off. So anything in that chest won't be able to fall down because the repeater will be locking that hopper. On the next cycle, the torches turn on and the repeaters turn off. So then the item will fall from that chest to the one below it, and so on and so forth. But oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, that could have been bad. I'm not going up there again. So what that does is also it allows any of the items that are in the chests at the front in here, if it's in the hopper behind it, it will flow out into the chest in front of it. If the chest is full, it will stay in the hopper and wait for the next cycle. Then it will drop down one and check to see if it can go in that chest, and then it will drop down, and so on and so forth. It's Tango, you're a genius. As I say, I've just adapted it because now it's silent. So if we throw in, I'm going to throw in my helmet. Throw in my helmet. The system should start. Yes. My helmet won't go in there because it's full. Won't go in there because it's full. Won't go in there because it's full. Will go in there. So basically, we need to fill the chests with 1 item of whatever we want to store in that chest. And it means we're able to put different blocks in the same chest. The impulse system, as fantastic as it is, and it's a go-to for most people, me included, will only allow you to have the same items in a chest because the filter is done at the back with the hoppers. The filtering for this is actually done as it's going into the chests. So it means that I can have all the variants of glass and glass panes in 1 chest. So I don't need a full double chest for pink glass, or a full double chest for seeds, or a full double chest for anything else that you'll only collect 2 or 3 of them. It allows me to be able to pick a chest to have all of the glass in it, all of the seeds in it, or that kind of thing. It's brilliant. The only thing we have to continue to do is make sure that there is at least 1 item in the slot. If this contained glass and I were to take out all of the red panes, for example, then the next thing I put in the chest, doesn't matter what it is, but the next thing I put in the input would go into there because it's empty. So I always need to have something in there, even if it's a filler block. Doesn't necessarily have to be. If you take out the last piece of glass and that's the only one you've got left, stick a filler block in there, and that way you won't mess up your storage system. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing today. So I need some redstone and stuff. I need repeaters. I need droppers. I need torches. I'll need comparators. I'll grab all the gear and I'll meet you over there in a second. Okay, so the beauty of having two of the systems already in, two of the sections already in, is that I could just copy it over, which is going to make it a lot easier because I was getting all, as I said, I was getting all kerfuddled last night and it was getting embarrassing. However, should be okay now. So the first thing we want to do is build a clock. 1, 2, 3, 4 things apart. 1, 2, 3. I got told off the other day, actually, by somebody in chat, because I always try to put my redstone on stone brick, so that if I'm digging around underneath and I look up and there's stone brick, I know not to dig through it because there could be redstone on top of it. And the other week I didn't do it. I think it was in a video and I didn't do it. Somebody called me out, quite rightly so as well. So thank you for that. So now I will be using stone brick. So we want that there, and there. That there. So this is just a very simple clock. Simple, I've forgotten how to do it. Like that. Now these have got to be on. I think that's on 1 tick, and that one's going to be on 4. 4 there. Like that. So once this torch is out, that will do that. And that's exactly the right speed for items to go through the system and not get backed up into droppers, because everything's got to go through one at a time. If I were to stick a full double chest full of items in the input chest, if I completely filled that, it would take ages to go through. I'm sure somebody on SciCraft or something has come up with a way that I can just lob them in there and it's insta sorted, but at the moment I've not seen that, and this is perfectly good. But it does mean that it does take a while. However, I can just lob it in there and forget about it, and then putter around the base and do other stuff, and it'll all get sorted, and I know exactly where it is. So that's that. So now I need an extender. When the items are in the system, in here, they need enough time to go up one column of droppers, around the top, down the front, down the left-hand side of hoppers. Then they'll come round into this column, go back up this one, across those hoppers, and then down the other column to fill up both sides of both columns of double chests. So that takes a while, and it started by having stuff in the bottom dropper. If there's anything in that bottom dropper, that comparator registers that there's something in there and it starts the system. But as soon as the item leaves that bottom dropper, if I didn't have an extender, it would stop. So stuff that's already in the dropper elevator would just get stuck in there because the clock would stop. So I need an extender on this redstone to keep it going long enough for the stuff to get in, down, up, and then back down again. So that's what this is. So now So when that's lit, oh, I need another piece of dust in there. That's it. When that's lit, when there's something in there, in effect, this will be on, the clock will work. When there's no longer anything in there, it will still work for a few seconds until the clock runs out, giving the item that was the last one in here time to go up and around and down and up and around and down into the next system. Shall we do a bit of replay? We'll do a little bit of replay, and hopefully you'll see me building and I won't have to explain everything. Ongoing. So now, all things being equal, that should be it. I've got my torches along the front. Got my redstone line coming up, connecting to all of the repeaters. All the repeaters are in. All my torches are in down there. For my tower. Let's check to make sure that there's nothing in the system. There is, so we'll get rid of that. And that's good, that's good. So, in order to test this now, I need to fill all of the other chests with a filler block. So all of those all of those all of those all got to be filled with fillers. Right, so anything I put in the system now should end up there, as long as it's not already in any one of these chests. So I'm going to stick my diamonds in there, 22, and you'll see that the first section starts working while it's all going through that, and then as soon as it gets into the second section, this will start working like that. And then eventually this will stop working and this one will start working. See, the third one's working now, so the first one should stop, which it has. So now it's going to the second system and into the third system. So now we should have some diamonds in here. So now I just need to do the rest of it. Perfect, so that's it, that's done. That is Tango's storage system, adapted by moi to be silent. Now all I have to do is fill in the floor, fill in the blocks underneath. Stick down a few torches to stop things from spawning. Like that. I will tidy this up a lot more. But for now, that will do. What I want to do finally, then, before we go, is add an automatic shulker unloading system into here. As I mentioned earlier on, I could stick a switch in there that would manually do the job, but I don't want to manually do the job. I want to stick a bit of redstone in there. So when we put a shulker on here, it will take a signal and detect whether or not there's something in it. If there is something in it, it will unlock the system and allow everything to flow out. When the shulker is empty, then the system will lock, and that way I can break the shulker without that going through the system, because I don't want the shulker going through the system. Oh, and one thing to remember about this system is that you have to put stackable items through it. You can't put non-stackable items through it. So things like armor or weapons or anything like that, non-stackable stuff. Potions, maybe, can't remember. Water buckets, lava buckets, that kind of stuff that's not stackable won't go. Well, it will go through the system, but it won't get sorted. It will all go to the end. Anyway, that's one thing. But I'm going to grab myself some redstone. Let me just dig out a little bit of space at the back. Grab some of this. Gonna need. I need a block. Nice block there. I need a comparator there. Like that, leading into a block. Like that. I need to invert that because I need, when that is empty, I need the system to be locked. When it's full, I need it to be unlocked. So I need to invert the signal coming out of there. We do that by adding a torch. And then that there. Probably going to, actually, that's probably going to need to be a slab. Because I need to run a bit of redstone underneath it. And also, I'm going to need a bit of a delay on there. Am I going to need a delay on there? I'm going to need a bit of a delay on there because when the shulker is empty, the system will lock. And I don't want the system to lock too quickly and trap an item underneath in that hopper there. So if I stick a delay on it, a few ticks on a repeater, that will add enough delay for that to not happen. That will keep it unlocked long enough. Yeah, I think that's okay. There you go. So that is now locked. Unlocked, locked. So now anything that falls on there won't go through. Perfect. And then when I stick an empty shulker on there and break it, it won't go through. But if I stick a shulker on there and put stuff in it, it'll start flowing out. Now I've just got to be careful not to break that shulker while it's full. While there's stuff in it. If I break that while it's got something in it, it'll go through the system. And now it's empty. Won't go through. Perfect. I could stick a light on there, couldn't I? If I stick a light on there that comes on when it's full, then I won't accidentally break it, will I? I put that there, and I can probably put the shulker, oh, not there. See you, Gregor. Ta-da, mate. Okay, so that's locked because of that. But just so I can put this torch in. So once that is like that, here. Sounds like a zombie villager in the back somewhere. I don't think it is, but I can hear a rattling sound. So when the shelf is full, that light will be on. And when it's empty, the light goes off. Excellent. That, I believe, works a treat. Now, I am going to be sorting this out. I will sort this room out off. Pick it up. Excellent. Right. So I need to tidy this room up. And I need to sort all of this out and decide what I want in these chests. It's probably just going to be stone variants. And then, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. Can't store books in here, though, Frills. You can't do that. It's not going to be a thing. I don't even think you can store records in there. So I'm going to need a new place for my books because I won't be able to store my books in this system. I'll probably just have a... I could probably extend this down another line of chests because I'm going to need an overflow anyway. At the moment, if there's something that's not in, one of the barrels, it ends up in here. There. Is that the one? Yeah. So at the moment it stops there. What does that need to... Oh, hang on a minute. Have I gone off half... Oh, no, there it is. That is going in. So, yeah, so that one will then go around to the next one if we add into the system. But I can stick an overflow chest on here at the end, and that way anything that goes through the system that's not already sorted will just come out the other side. It won't get stuck. I'm going to do that later. But I think for today, everybody, that is that. So thank you for watching, everybody. I really do appreciate it. If you have enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to leave it a like. And if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future videos. And don't forget to check out all the other alphas. They are all amazing. This is Frilioth, and I'm out of here.